hello. Welcome to another episode of Tea Talk with Goodness Usman, your number one real estate talk show in Africa. Thanks to each and every one of you who keeps coming back to watch every episode that we upload on this channel. It's another beautiful day to be with you guys. And I want to say that today's episode is a special episode. Remember, some couple of episodes away, I told you guys that we're going to be adding different segments to the show, meaning that we're taking the show to another level. And today is one of our very first specials. Yes, very first special of one of its segments, which is the interviews. I've told you guys that we'll be doing a couple of interviews going forward, and I'll be bringing your favorite people, the CEOs, most especially the CEOs, the MDs, the brains behind some of these properties that we have enlisted on our channel. So hey, today I am delighted because this is the very first MD that is coming on today's show, and you can say we went off site. Yes. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be introducing my very first guest. Welcome, sir. It's good to have him here. Some of you will probably not know him, but some of you know him very well. And I'm just going to go right away to to introduce him. But this introduction is not going to be done by me. I'm going to give him the pleasure of doing the introduction himself. So please introduce yourself to my people at home.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, our people. My name is Sabiu the Blessing Obomovo, the GMD, the Standout Group, the developers of your very popular MIGL, Bloomhaven, Brian Scott's Synergy Garden, and our signature, the Bloom Towers. I'm a builder by profession, which almost 2 decades now in the real estate business, in the construction stroke real estate business. We come a long way. 2 decades is not a joke. From Liganza to Stabilini to now Standard Properties, and Standard Properties is now 12 years. So we've come a long way.
All
but
right.
to the glory of God, we've actually been able to make a bit of an impact to be felt in the industry.
Oh, wow.
You're welcome.
All right, so you have met my very first guest, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let me say one thing that I love about him, and one of the things that made me and my team agree to work on his project is the fact that he has loads of experience. I mean, you said it right. Come on, guys, 2 decades and beans, like the way we usually say things in this part of the world. Yes, having a whole lot of experience as a builder. He is not someone who just comes into the industry. I mean, the real estate industry wanted to just sell a property. He started from the grassroots. He started building. So, hey, the credibility of what he will deliver is going to be completely different from someone who is not a builder. And this is not to say that other developers who are not builders or who are not into construction does not mean they won't deliver. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it is a plus for us. So you have met him. And let me just go straight into the questions. By the way, I have just very few questions, and I say that you should watch this video to the very end because you do not want to miss out on any detail about this man right here. So hey, sir, you said the journey started about 2 decades ago. Now, that is for you as a person. Now, for Standout Property, by the way, the name of the company is Standout Properties Limited. They are located in Ikati, Lagos, Nigeria. And if you have been a very long-term person on this channel, you would have seen me talk about MIGL residence and villa from the scratch.
Yeah.
Now, this is what I remember, and I'm going to pull up the video now. I remember when the road was not very good. They were going to park quite of a distance and then walk all the way to the estate. This project started in COVID-19, where every other person put a halt to their project. Can you tell us why?
Opportunities are always there. What you just need to do is your ability to sight them, you know, pick them out. Ordinarily, nobody, an average minded person, wouldn't go into MIJ development at the time we did.
Exactly.
You know, because somebody told me I am being over ambitious.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, a very senior boardroom expert. You know, very senior, even retired, because the man at this today is 80 plus. You know, retired, just living his quiet life. You know, someone who has managed multinational companies. You know, at the very top level, executive director. You know, told me that I mean, I've had a discussion with my daughter and the our financial advisors, you know, in the UK, and we were advised, you know, not to put money in a project like this at this point in time, right? Because it is all being just being over ambitious, you know. And I told him, sir, I said, for us to want to go into this project, we've looked at all these factors together.
Okay.
Yes, there are crises because we're just coming out. This is COVID-19,
Yeah.
right? But the possibilities here are higher, you know, than the disadvantages. So we will go ahead on. And I was like, okay, good luck, boy.
Wow.
And here we are.
Wow. I wouldn't blame him because
Certainly not. No.
ordinarily, I felt it was really audacious
Oh, yes.
for someone to want to go. I mean, when everybody's trying to play safe.
And one thing that didn't work for us at that time was the fact that we were going into our own development. You know, MIJ was our own.
Yes.
First
Very
owned.
first. Yeah.
First owned. Yes,
Yeah.
we've been in the industry. We've
Done
been
all the
consultant. We've been project managers and all the contractors for other related companies. But this was our
Very
first
first
own.
project.
So people were like, Hara, guy,
So audacious.
one 159 apartment on a swoop. Don't you think you should have started with 10, 20, 30, or 40? You know, so, but for us, for a company that has been there for 10 years, because I thought that we were 10,
Yeah.
right? And I have practically done everything in the industry. So what was difficult about it? Like I told them, I said, the major thing about this transaction is about the construction. Now, I have that in total control, right? So I do not see any problem here anymore.
Wow.
I have total control of the construction, which is where the cost is going into.
Which is which what you mean is the technical capacity.
Exactly. So I told them, I said, when people were saying those fears, I wasn't.
Wow.
I was rather looking at, like I told him, I said, sir, I've been in this industry for this long time. I have vendors because of my credibility, because of what I have done.
Right.
I have vendors if I tell to deliver reinforcement to my site of 50 million naira, they will deliver without looking back, and they will wait for 90 days.
That's
I have
right.
vendors if I say, give me 4 trailers of cement, you will see it the next 2 days in my site.
That's right.
If I, you know, I have vendors, if I say, give me, and so when I know that I can easily master this, and this is enough for me to take the work up, and I know that what people wanted to see was, are they working?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So
yes.
I have had this taken care of. So I wasn't seeing any of the other problems people were seeing.
Oh.
You know, but like I said, I obviously cannot blame anybody.
Yeah.
You know, because like someone told me in the course of MIGL, like, okay, blessing, it is your dream, oh. If you don't hold, nobody want to believe the dream till it comes to reality.
Exactly.
It is you. The dream is yours.
Yeah.
So it is your cross to carry.
Yes. Yes. Anyways, guys, I would say we should quickly go and see MIJL Residence and Villa at us today, December 2022. Yes, we're still in the early weeks of December. Take it away, guys, and enjoy the view. enjoy that view. I mean, this was a project that started after the lockdown in 2020. And I just have to show you guys so that going forward, him talking about the project, everything we talk about here, we make better sense. Yes, you took that audacious step. And from what you just said, a lot of people didn't have the privileged information to the back end resources that you have, and that was what gave you that confidence. And even though we were seeing it, at what audacity! One of the things I am grateful for you for is the ability and the grace to be able to bring the project to life. And 2 years down the line, ladies and gentlemen, that estate is about 80% fully.
It's actually 95% now.
Okay,
And we have about 42 persons living there right now.
Did you hear that?
Out of the 159.
You see, out of 159 people, we have 42 people resident
Right now.
there. The pool is functional. The gym, I mean, everything, 24 hours power supply. I kid you guys not.
In spite of this diesel crisis, we are maintaining 24 hours.
Okay. Now, let's move away from
MIGL.
MIGL. What was the next baby you
from MIGL, we were looking at the environment. So many people were, looking at for 2-bedroom. We sold that quickly.
Because so many people also missed out.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So we're like, what do we do within this corridor to at least accommodate, those who have seen the reality of MIGL? And we got Bloom Heaven. Fortunately, it's not as big land-wise as MIGL. So instead of doing the terraces and the apartment we did, we just went for multi-floor. So we did 5 blocks of 6 floors.
Okay.
Right. So total 83 units. Okay. And today my Bloomhaven is a year, and we still have about 9 months to go for the 2 years.
Okay.
And we're about 42% right now. And yes, and we're looking at by February, March, 2 blocks will be ready for habitation. Okay. 2 blocks, yes, and hopefully before October next year, Bloomhaven should be fully delivered to the market.
Okay, guys, 1 minute. We're gonna take it away again. November 30 is when we're recording this, and we want to see Bloomhaven as it is and as today. So hey, get a glimpse of the project ongoing. See that project. I have shown you guys when the project was introduced into the market. One of the things I love about the project is also that it is strategically located, just like the way MIGI residence is located, and it's also a water view property. We still have some units selling. Of course, this is not the means where I'll do the marketing. I will do the proper video, and you guys can go do what? You can go watch it. All right, so coming back, of course, we went to Warri, and then we are now at Synergy Gardens, and then now our baby boy. Now, before we talk about those other projects, let's analyze. Was it all smooth and rosy?
Never.
Now we come into MIGL. Everyone, even me at the time, I wanted to rent an apartment in MIGL. Guys, let me confess why I wanted to rent an apartment there. The 24 hours power supply was what I was looking for, ladies and gentlemen. So tell us, is it all rosy? There was no challenges, or there were some challenges?
Obviously, there were challenges. Okay. Obviously.
Okay.
When we started MIGL, cement was 2,470. Cement was 2,006 in the market. Okay. But because we were buying bulk, I was doing bulk, obviously. I got cement for 2,470. Reinforcement was 1,000 175,000 per ton. 1,000, 175 or 180, 190 maximum, you know.
Hmm.
But 4 months into, by November, we started MIJ end of July into
Yes.
August. By November, cement went to 3,000 naira.
Whoa.
Reinforcement went to 230.
Wow.
As of today, I'm buying cement for 4,250.
Hmm.
Reinforcement about 520 per ton.
Hmm.
Now, MIJ cost, original construction cost, delivery cost for MIJ was 2.5 billion. Today, we're about 4.3 billion naira delivery cost. So you can, that alone should tell you the
The
challenges.
challenges. So how did you now, this is an off-plan project. So how did you manage it with our clients who came in at
Now,
entry level and they were
people,
paying on
people,
instrumental?
there are people who came to me and like, did you increase your prices, as in for those who bought early? Did
Yes,
you
yes.
at any point in time ask them to pay more? The answer is capital no.
Why?
Because you paid me money, you took risk to give me money. I should also be able to take risk
To deliver
to
to you.
deliver it.
All right, guys. I intentionally asked that so that you can hear from him. When we come back to you guys as realtors and say it's not all rose, it's not all about. I mean, this behind closed doors. We have no idea what these developers are going through just so that they can deliver on their timeline for you guys, and irrespective of when you entered into the project. Because I mean, really, we're all here and we all can see these things affecting all of us, even down to our day-to-day life. So hearing it from him, I'm sure you can relate
Like
to
I told
this.
somebody, I said for developers who come around to ask you to pay more, if you look at the situation, our present economic condition, you wouldn't blame them. I would say they are justified,
Yes.
right? Because what is force majeure? Out of nature.
Uh-huh.
What our current economic situation is today is out of nature. Yeah, though not by God, but our government, which me I don't have control over. Developers don't have control over it. But because we are looking at a bigger picture, right? We're looking at a far bigger picture. We are in this industry to stay. That is why we could be talking about 5 projects within 2 years. What does that tell you? In the next 10 years, we'll probably be talking about 100 estates, right? So, because we are looking forward to a very bigger picture, seeing a bigger picture, from our own thing, we want to be able to share the risk with our subscribers, right? We want that once you give me money, be sure to go to bed and let me stress it out. Because obviously, if for any reason materials reduces in price, I will refund money to you. Would I refund money to you?
That
No.
really happens.
It really happens, but because the man who is paying you, I tell you, I sold 2 bedroom in MIJ for 35 million. What is the value of that property today? It's 75 million naira. There were people who about 6 months ago were still paying. Are you getting me? But at the end of the day, do you now, because of that, want to say not deliver or have
Compromise.
or compromise or have cost to go back to the person to say sorry, oh, the thing I sold for you for 35 million, I can't be, come and pay me 50 million. How would you? What do you think the person would think about you?
Even we are you are at the routers, we are going to do some bad stuff.
Yes, now because the man tomorrow when you call such a man, a woman to come back, they will look at it and look at this one, so that tomorrow you come back to me and start, So those are the things we look at as a company. I will say we will carry the risk. It is our risk. You are giving me money. That is why I told you I was explaining something to you about our interest free.
Yes.
We have now looked at, okay, no, we won't survive this interest free because there are people who will defer for 5 months, for 6 months. Now we have said, no, if you defer for 1 month, we will understand. If you do for 2 months, we will also understand. But if you do the third month, you will pay interest for it. So that it saves us, that stress of being at the mercy of the market forces.
Okay, thank you so much for explaining that. Now, one thing I take away from all of that, I want to point out to you guys is that integrity. When it comes to standout properties, you can be rest assured that integrity is one of their core values. It only does take a company that has integrity to start a project offline and not come back to you when this crazy hike in price, which of course is obvious, we all live in this country and we can see. Even if you don't live in this country, when you go online, you know, and of course you have relatives, and you can see and hear all of this. So thank you so much for this integrity display, and I am positive that this will definitely keep on along the
It's our
line as
niche.
a journey.
It's our decision.
Okay.
It's our core value.
Okay.
When you pay us money, go and sleep. You have taken the risk to bring money. Allow us also take the risk to deliver.
All right. So yes, we've spoken about MIGL. Of course, we will always go back to reference on MIGL because it's the first baby.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
it was a baby that gave room for
So every other thing we're talking
it's a
about now.
fantastic baby, by the way. Honestly, it's a beautiful estate and it's strategically located. Which brings me to my next question. Why? Why? I noticed that all of your projects are strategically located. Even when you went further down to the left
Synergy.
prime location to the Veggie, you still were very intentional. Why?
We because we had not we didn't just jump into the industry. Because of our background, we go to location and we see that, yeah, this is a market. Because we've had a lot of interaction with investors, right? Because, I mean, over these years, who have we been dealing with these people? So we actually not really know what they want, what they're looking at for. And because our projects are usually thoroughly, we look at them holistically, we do not just jump into them. We go through the process, we think about them, we talk about them, we do their planning, go to the table, do so much planning before we bring them out. We tend to do more detailed thinking, right? So for that reason, we're always looking at, okay, if this is what we want to do, what is the location that suits this? So when we see those locations, it is easy for us actually for us to take a decision, for us to mark it. So we look at for connectivity. If you look at almost all my projects, you realize that you can easily drive into them.
Yes.
Access access is usually key. It is always a determining factor.
Yes.
Yeah, we went to MIGL, the road was not motorable, but we looked at the distance of what we're going to take care of on the road. You know, so for us, it was, this is doable, right? By the time I fix, this is just about, let's say, 500 meter. I can easily fix this and I will have an access. So it is key. One also, another factor is the location. Aside accessibility, we also look at what is happening within this location. So we tend to plan, go for, where we know that people will want to live in. It's key. Also, um, because we have an idea of where the market is tilting towards, it's also a factor for us. So yes. So
that's why he left the Ikate Oniru artist to go jump on what is happening currently
yeah,
in Ibadan.
yeah.
Now, one of the things why I agree with him, looking at his project, truly, they are usually not up to 200 meters from the Lekki Airport Expressway. In fact, Synergy Gardens, let's go see Synergy Gardens.
From the express, you are citing the place.
Check out the overview from the
Of
express
course.
to the estate itself. Take me away. So you guys see for yourself that it is very close to the road. So, like you said, accessibility is key. Now, one of the things I think the major reason for you just choose not to use that word and maybe go straight to the point to us is the ability to ensure that everyone who invests in each of these estates gets a return on their investment.
Sure.
Because I mean,
It's
if
key.
accessibility is key,
Yeah.
the location is key, the title as well. One of these titles, properties has credible very favorable, and of course, good titles. Yes. So those things put together gives return on
Investment.
investment of everybody investing. So down the line in the future, any investor with him will always say, "Oh, once it's standard property, we will go for it." So that's I know that's the one of the aim of the company, and of course, we do
Exactly.
not want to associate themselves with such a company. Now, moving away from all of this, all of the experience, I'm going to ask one vital question that affects all of the stakeholders in the industry before we talk about our biggest boy. Yes, because there's a baby, and a baby, and a baby,
And a boy, and a big boy.
Now, as a real estate developer, please tell us, what do you think is the major challenge holistically now, not just as standout property? You stand out
In our market,
in our markets. What do you think is the major? Can you tell us maybe you have
funding,
a list of the major problems?
funding,
Funding one. What other things?
funding is a huge issue.
Okay.
Um, Cost of materials
Okay.
that we do not have control over. You buy cement today for 3,000, you wake up the next day, they will say 3,500. You got no control over it. And those exposes you to, you know, government policies is an issue. Government must look at, government must be intentional about wanting to bridge the housing deficit gap. They have not been intentional enough. Yeah, there have been policies over and over and over. Are they being implemented? No. Our mortgage institution, which is tied to the funding, which is tied to the funding I talked about, must government must be intentional. Imagine if with the beautiful nature of MIJ, if there were funding options.
Even I will buy.
I tell you, delivering in spite of the cost of materials, right? We would have been able to deliver MIJ for less than 3.5 billion naira. Because if you have this, if the money is available, obviously, the material that I will buy for 10 million, I could actually buy it for 9.2 million. Because I have, because yes, and I also have cash in my hand. Now, when I tell my supplier to give me 50 million worth of iron, right? Obviously, if he was going to sell iron for 400,000 per ton, he will sell for 420, 430.
Because he's giving his money for a 90 days.
So if there was, if funding was taken care of, I would tell you that I would have delivered MIJ with less than, far earlier, obviously, far earlier, and the cost would reduce. You know, so those are some of the things that are huge challenges. Obviously, I mean, some of us have been lucky. Most of the projects I've done so far, I've been able to address their money issue straight up. I just go to the family, do all the needful, and I'm back to work. Nobody have come to shut down my site on account of your money. Do you understand me? So it affects so many people, but we've been able to, surmount that. What other thing? I think those are the major ones. The other one, yeah, those are the major ones. If access to fund is, you understand, is taken care of, I tell you, within the next 10 years, we will bridge the housing deficit gap by half. Yes, yes,
That would be really be interesting.
yes, yes.
Wow. Okay, so you had in guys the major challenges, funding, government policies, and what you talking now.
Money left.
Okay, so you mentioned no, Monile. No, it wasn't a Monile you mentioned. Monile was an addendum.
Yeah.
The third thing was you talking about pricing. I mean, the inflation.
Yes, if you have money on the, which is tied to, I said it's tied to funding. Yes.
Yes, inflation is also tied to
Yeah.
funding, but it's also part of the major.
We're not having control over what happened in the market. It's inflation. The economic situation, everybody want to sell at how they bought stuff. So you don't. So that is tied to inflation.
All right. So the reason why I wanted us to address this is also to
The
for
challenges,
example, the
yeah.
challenges that these developers are truly facing. To be honest, when I come as a realtor and tell you guys that you guys have no idea what these developers are going through, you think that we realtors just want to make excuse for these developers. No, as part of the return in this industry, I so much more belong to the side of the investors over the side of the state.
Yeah.
When the cash flow comes, I'm with the investors who
Yeah.
are bringing in the money.
Money for you.
And imagine talking about funding, and that's why we see so much of land and project. Now, if you were, this question, I know a lot of people don't like to answer it, but I will come to answer it. If you were to be the governor of Lagos State in just one day, what would you change? Strategically, what would that one thing you would do, first of all, that would affect all the stakeholders positively in the real estate industry?
Free up title.
Hey, you guys hear it? So when you say free of title, what does it mean? At least let's talk about it.
For you to get your title in this town, probably take you up to 1 year.
Did you guys hear that?
And you
For
know,
him to
yeah,
perfect
yeah,
his title from who he bought it from into his own name, he said it can take you more than 1 year.
it can take
You
you.
guys hear that? I've said this before, and you're
Now,
very
and when a land does not have title, who will want to give you money?
thank you. Thank you.
Will you put money on top of nothing? So if we have perfect title, it makes it easy even for private, yes,
the
even for
process
private investors. What do you look at for when you want to buy a house? You want to see that the title is perfect before you put your money. So that is key. If I'm a governor for 1 day, whatever I want to say, let it be based on my industry.
yes.
I will free up this,
Right.
yes,
The process of acquiring,
yeah, title,
perfecting.
perfecting title.
I hope again that the government officials did listen to us. This has been a learning of all of us. Even as realtors, I want these processes. I mean, I wonder what's the I think I wonder what the big deal is. Why is there so much bureaucracy?
Bureaucracy, government settings. Government will always be government.
So when you see government, you see bureaucracy. That's what I'm saying.
But that's the truth. I mean, we is not a part we want to dispute now. Put the private sector side by side government.
Okay.
You see how it works now. But that is their operation. That is their model operandi. You can't change it. Yeah, sometimes we say government should try and be losing up a bit on their because it is too long.
It is actually. Anyway, so if you extend one more thing, will you have to?
Um, Free up. Now, you realize that most of the development we're having in this corridor, down to the other side now, we are practically providing everything for access roads, infrastructure, and all that. Now, imagine if government decides to do site and service on their own, open up the new area, create the access road and all that. Don't you think the value of land will reduce? Don't you think that the value of no to buyers?
Yes.
Don't you think that the cost of delivery a house will also reduce?
True. True.
And in doing that, what do you think will happen overall? More houses will be delivered to the market. We will no longer have people living under the bridges.
Now, the other part that everybody talks about that we want you to talk about is the building plan approval. What do you have to say about it?
Approval is also part of that perfection that I was talking about.
Oh,
Yes, I didn't separate it.
oh,
I tend to want to put it together because it's key.
so that also takes ages.
It takes a longer time. But the basic one, your title. These ones are under titleship because you want a perfect situation. That government has approved this development and all, that's what it means. So I actually I didn't mention it, but for me, I
It's all in encompassing
yes,
for you.
yeah.
All right, guys, so heard in the challenges and what he would change if he had one day to be a governor. Please, somebody should ask me that question. I don't get to be asked the question. I get to ask the question, right? All right, so let's now talk about your latest project that I call the Big Boy. This part of the town, when we say you want to buy, you want to chill with the big boys. Yes, that song, that Dobie song. So, tell us about your new project.
Bloom Towers, Bloom Towers, Bloom Towers. If MIJ was audacious. This is this is
Like this one, audacious, audacious,
uh,
magnificently
this is audacious in hundred folds because going into a development where you're doing 21 and 19 tours. You know that is a different experience entirely. That's a different market entirely. Um, but we're up to it.
I know.
We when we came here, when we started planning this, we told ourselves that we were ready for new because I have huge diaspora uh, clients who wanted to new.
Sure,
And we told them, just sit down, wait for us, let's get something in the market. We're coming. And at the time we got into this few months ago, when we came here the first time, I was like, this is where it is. And here we are. Done all the planning, you know. Is going to be a full-time community of its own where you can work and live.
yeah, that's right.
Imagine that our ground and first floor are going to be commercial spaces. So you can actually have your office right here. You can have your luxury shop right here and live up there. So, and look at it. You see, our windows are open, but you can see the fresh air from the ocean.
By the
Uh,
way, guys, we are in the site and service office right inside
no time.
Home Towers, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we are. And you making references is just like that.
Yeah, so that's. So if we will put off the fan or AC, we will still be very, very comfortable.
Yeah.
Because that is because we're close to nature,
Yes.
right? So Bloom Tower is coming fully serviced, like every other of our estates. Is 2 towers of 21 and 19 floors, where we have one bedroom apartment, one bedroom maisonette, 2 bedroom apartment, 2 bedroom maisonette, 3 bedroom apartment, 3 bedroom maisonette, and for penthouses. Now you can see that when I said when we pick out our project, we do a lot of planning. If you look at this corridor, what you will see are flats, flats. But if you in all our development, we bring in the masonry because we want to create a market for different range of people. We do not want you because I don't want to buy a flat. You take a walk. Oh no, I don't need a masonry. My money will only be able to do a flat for me. And you say no. We want to create the market where you have options, and that is what we do. At Standard Properties Limited. So in Bloom Towers, we have all that. A 1 bedroom apartment, 1 bedroom masonette. 2 bedroom apartment, 2 bedroom masonette. 3 bedroom apartment, 3 bedroom masonette. And the office spaces. Imagine selling a 1 bedroom for 80 million. Go around this corridor.
Yeah.
You will know what that means.
Yeah.
As at this moment, people are selling 2 bedroom apartment in Blue Water for 180, 160 million naira. Was selling for 120.
I said it in my video when I introduced the property that in all of the visibility study I've done, this is the cheapest project
Currently.
you can own
At this level.
at
At this level.
Of course, we all know it's
Yeah.
entry level and it's the best time to enter
Yeah.
into it
Yes.
right now. So, the project's timeline, can we just
It is a 4 years project,
okay.
and
That's
somebody wanted to pay money sometime ago, about 2 months ago. I'm like, can it be delivered in 2 months? In 2 years, I want to pay immediately. I said, okay, sorry, sir. I do not want to tell you it is 2 years because you want to give me money. I won't do that. This project is a 4 years project. I just told you I am doing 21 floors and 19 floors, 2 towers together. There's no way I'm going to deceive you that it is doable within 2 years.
So each of the blocks will be ready in 4 years.
Yes, the project
So
is ready.
handover
You know that the ground floor, the basement, the ground floor, and the first floor is one building. It is our second floor that the two are divided. So they come together. Yes.
Yeah,
So it is a 4 years project. Yes, by the grace of God, we could deliver within less than. But put your mind, yes, just like we did MIJ. A year into MIJ, people moved in. Second year, majority you can see what. So that is what it is here, and it's coming fully finished. And with all the services, right? Is a community is going to be a community on its own with everything that is enjoyable. With an addition, gas to home. You're not bringing um okay, you're not bringing cylinder here. And also, we just introduced something. You're not bringing AC here.
Okay, so let's expand on that.
Yes, we're not
So it
bringing.
means that
We
all
just
of the apartments
yes,
are going to be having AC
yes,
coming with them.
directly,
That
directly.
makes more sense. And it leaves the whole place more tidy. I mean,
You're not
while
bringing.
constructing, you do
You're
all of
not
that.
bringing. You're not bringing AC here.
So when you say gas to,
Home.
so
You're
what
not
do
bringing
you
your
mean?
gas cylinder.
So you mean that
We're going to have a gas plant that
Oh.
supplies gas to each of the apartments.
So
You
now,
just get your token, your metering system. You shut down when you want to shut down. You open when you want to open.
interesting.
That's part
So,
of what we're
in
doing.
a way, fire disaster, gas disaster is being
People
controlled.
carrying cylinders up and down.
Yeah, and then it keeps the whole apartment area
Tidy.
tidy and all that. So now, speaking about being of, guys, take note of this. Speaking about it being a fully serviced community, don't you think that having this office spaces and then having apartment some people might have a reservation to it? Have you talked about that?
No, fully service, reasonable markets, or reasonable offices, or reasonable shops.
Okay, okay. That's what I
We
want
want
to
to be fully serviced. There are shops in Lagos, offices, shops you go into. All these things are provided.
Yes, of course.
So what stops you from having it here? So that shouldn't be an issue. You
But
don't
the,
rather.
but the shops are going to be selected market, right?
Of
Or
course.
it's
No,
open
no,
to
no, no.
anything.
That's why we are doing minimum 20 square meter.
Okay.
Because it's not Gbogbero kind of market.
Okay. So it's important to know that.
Of course.
I mean, so that the
We're
investors who are
selling
buying the
we're
house-
selling for every individual minimum 20 square meter.
Yes, I know that.
And you know what that means to have. So it is not just anything goes kind of shops. No.
Okay.
There are luxury shops and offices.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, is there any other added services that we will be having or investors are going to be enjoying that
Uh,
we've not
the
talked about?
the gym,
Of course, that's
obviously, cinema is going to be here. So
So
much
I want
more.
to address the water issue.
The
What
24 hours.
about codes?
24.
So
If I'm giving you 24-hour light, why shouldn't I give you 24-hour
I'm
power?
talking about treatments now.
Of course.
Do
Go
not
to
regularity with water.
no. Sometimes I don't want to talk about it because I've created an example already. Go to MIGL and see my water. Right? So if we do that in MIGL, I mean,
No, I just
why should we go? Yeah, why should we
Not
go
doing-
lower?
Because I mean, some
No,
people
of
have
course,
that
of course.
reservation
No,
all
no,
the
no, no,
time,
no.
and
Treated, of
we all
course.
know.
We're having treatment plants, obviously.
Oh, okay. Okay, so is it possible that we have an idea of what the service charge is going to be, or
Now,
what
I possibly can't even say that right now. This project is a 4 year project. We're here for about 4 months now, thereabouts. Now, if I tell you the cost of service charge is going to be 5 naira,
that would be
well, it would be a lie.
that would be
Because one, we've not decided if it is going to be diesel.
or
We've not decided what the rate of, even if it is EKDC, will be at the time we're talking about. You understand me? So, it is service charge. I tell people, anybody who's telling you, I did MIGL, I didn't tell people service charge. It was at about when people were moving in that we decided on it because we now look at the reality of it at the point in time.
thank you for addressing it, and I intentionally asked that question.
I know.
Because you know that you see a lot of investors coming into the market and wanting you to tell them how much.
It's a lie.
Thank you, because
It is a lie.
if anybody tell you a certain amount now, it is not visible, and they will always come back to you. They say, "Oh, but they would have signed it in the contract." I say it is not realistic, and thank you for saying it as well. I like it when investors are investing and they are very realistic with their investment. Because if it tells you how much this is, you don't even know what the dollar rate is going to be.
At the time we're talking about.
It might be lower or it might be higher.
Higher.
What if in 4 years' time, dollar comes back to 69 it would be amazing, right?
Yeah.
It would be amazing, and then we're giving you a charge of
Based
what
on
it is.
what it is today.
So, please note that when you're buying an upfront project, do not have an open mind that's giving you a service charge of an estate that is not yet completed. It is not realistic. And if you find a project that they're giving you is just an estimated value. All right, I hope you guys have been enjoying my time with Mr. Blessing. Build a blessing right here. Then I forgot to mention where it is. I always like to put that at the last of the whole talk because it's not really about where he's from. It's about the capability and the integrity of his person and the brand that he stands for. But let's talk about him and where he comes from. He is magnificently from the state where I said Delta State.
Delta
Where
State.
exactly Delta State?
I'm an Isoko man from Delta State.
You didn't say, but it's like in the regarding all the. I know something about the other people. How? By the way, I'm a traditionalist, so you went.
No, but it's fine.
I'm a traditionalist. It's not common in this my time, in my age, but I am fully a traditionalist. And one thing I love about each ethnic group, most especially the Delta people, is that they're fully rebellion and how proud they are to always wear it anywhere you find them in the world. So hey, if you're watching us and you belong to the Delta Isoko, right, community, hey, I think you should give yourself an high five because I feel like you guys are awesome, amazing. Oh, yes. So yes, I've said it. Where it's from has nothing to do with the project, hence why I put it at the last question. So I want to say thank you so much, sir,
You're welcome.
for giving me the time and granting us this interview. But lastly, before I let you go, tell us why should we? Because I'm also an investor, you know. God, you need to help me. This is the time that your girl needs to start offering him paper. I'm missing my share. So I'm putting out there to the universe to help me and be an investor in growth.
Tell us.
But tell us why should we invest in this?
Because the money is secured.
Okay.
If you give us money, there will always be return on investment. People bought into MIGL at 35 million. Today, their property is 75 million naira. Under 2 years. People bought into MIGL, bought 4-bedroom for total package 60, 65. Today, that unit is 150 million naira. So, we are like the women in the Bible that were given talent. We are good. We are those ones that the 10. Give us 10. We will give you times 2 of it. Minimum.
Thank you. Thank you for that. And that's what we all want to hear as an investor, getting our return on your investment. And one of the things I love about Oniro, it is not just because it's a prestigious, one of the most place to live in Lagos, but also it is centered around everything.
Yes.
Everything is here.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
The mall, the
What to the base.
all the things is just behind us, ladies and gentlemen. When they're done with this, one of those people, I just come and have fun. Like that. So that's why they say that when you buy
Bloom Towers, I didn't say it. Bloom Towers is actually bringing a Dubai, a Miami, experience to Lagos.
Yes. So hey, and it's incredible how it's still very much affordable. So yes, when you invest here, you want to use it for shortcuts, you want to use it for Airbnb, trust me, people will want to, even for rental income.
It's a huge market.
It's a very massive market. And it's even going to be more interesting in 4 years. Now, why do I say that? The Blessing is one of the developers that has really brought this market for the Gen Z. Now, what do I mean? This market, I'm talking about this synergy in one ago, how mention it created it for Gen Z. Remember earlier he said how he wants to mix it, so he's bringing a hostel and mixing it with the new school, so he doesn't just want to have one category of people.
No.
In his estate, he wants everyone around and it's going to be a beautiful community where everyone will want and just live their life.
You're right.
So yes, having mentioned it intentionally in all of his projects is something I admire. And trust me when I tell you, gradually mention it as the main thing. Because for me, I won't even lie, I don't like apartments or anything. I don't make a part. Wait, as a router, I don't have an option to sell it because it's a market. For me, as an investor,
You would
if you
prefer,
tell me,
yeah.
if you tell me about, I don't tell you about it. And I can't even afford terraces so much until now that we have all this long-term payment plan. Now, when I started seeing, actually, it started interesting. Because I mean, we are used to that, that having your room upstairs,
Yes.
going upstairs, and all of those. One of the things I love about the mansion is that it has two balconies.
Yeah.
So they're coming with two terraces. Guys, you need to see the virtue. So yes, leaving us with the last word. What do you have for us on the last word of this today's interview?
Come, let's do business.
Okay, bring the money. It's the money man. So hey guys, of course, we are here to collect the money. So hey, like Ibrahim said, bring the money. I am definitely sure God keeping us that 1 year down the line, ladies and gentlemen, in exactly 1 year's time, we will come back and have the interview back
Yeah.
here on ground in Blue Towers with our amazing MD CEO of Standout Properties. And then we can put aside this particular video of today and with that, and then let's
Where will be?
we're going to give him a report card at that point. Let's see what we're done. Today we're giving him a report card on the MIJL and Blue Haven, but we definitely have to check this one because it is a big boy project. So once again, thank you so much
You're welcome.
for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
God bless you, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Wow, 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 wow. Just wow. I hope you guys have been able to enjoy the interview with him. And of course, I hope him telling you about the projects gives you this sort of confidence on embarking on any of their projects. Trust me when I tell you that this company is going to, they have delivered and they will still deliver. For us in Nigeria 24/7, we don't just go around and partner with every developer we see out there, because trust me when I say that from experience over the years in this industry, one thing I have learned is that not all developers you can partner with, and that's why we're always very careful for who we partner with. Now I know, like I usually say, that not all developers are perfect, the same way I am not a perfect person, but it is important that we work with those who have more of integrity, and then they are passionate about what they're doing, and especially about delivering. Because when they are passionate about delivery, it means that you get to get your project, and of course, you get to enjoy the return on your investment. So, hey, guys, we have finally come to the end of today's episode on Tea Talk with Goodness Usman, the number one real estate talk show in Africa. And thanks to every one of you guys who keep watching. I've said it before that we've taken the show to another level, and we have different segments. Now, last week, one of the segments we introduced is doing a tour, taking you guys around different parts of Lagos, Nigeria. And in today's segment is the interview segment. So, this is what you should watch out for. Watch out for more of these interviews, more of the tours, and more of our normal general conversation. Now, today's episode was done offsite. The truth is, it's not going to be easy getting these MDs to come to my studio. That's why you see that we do it off site. So there's no tea to take. Well, maybe I have to be carrying my tea around. That would be interesting. Okay, my team, you guys are listening. Let's carry our tea around so that where we get to, we just make our tea and let's sip our tea. Anyways, I'm delighted to have you guys watch this video to this end. Thank you so much to each and every one of you. We keep watching. Now, because we have diversified, we've taken it to the next level, you actually have to subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you have been watching, you've been following us, but you have not subscribed, this is the time you should actually do that so that you don't miss out on any of the episode. We really do not know when we're going to upload what and who we're going to be bringing up next to be our guest on the show. So yes, we keep that side in animals. Yes, yes, yes. I want to always surprise you guys. But watch out for more interviews of MDs, CEOs, renowned lawyers, renowned registered surveyors. I mean, different kind of professionals in the real estate industry that you're going to hear from them, and every information you hear from them will always help you as an investor. Remember that our entire goal is to make sure that we bring all of the detailed information to you that will help you make informed decision about your investments in the Nigerian real estate market, most especially Lagos, Nigeria, which of course is a peculiar market. It's been an honor to be your host continuously on this show. So, guys, I'm looking forward to more and more of you back into Bloom Towers. Honestly, I say to you, jump on this project, and in 4 years down the line, you will never regret being part of the project. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Until then, ensure that you, yes, you watching me, you remain safe and awesome just the way you are. My name remains Goodness Usman, your amazing host on the show, your fab lady realtor, and of course, your queen of landlord maker. So please allow me make you a landlord or a landlady today. So I say to you guys, oh double.